In the past, over 7 years ago, I was battling candida problems, anorexia, bulimia. I was taking recreational drugs. I was depressed. I was like near suicidal. I had a lot of issues and I have now overcome them on this lifestyle. And it's been 7 years and I feel amazing. Actually, a bit of a funny story how I found raw food. It was back in 2001, so a long time ago, and my yoga teacher, she came up to me after class and started talking to me, and she's looking in my eyes and she's like, "You are full of mucus. You have mucus literally up to here." And at first I was like, "Yeah, thanks so much." You know, I was a bit shocked and a little bit offended at the time, but it really motivated me to do something about my health. At the time I said to her, well, what do I do? And she was a vegan, so she recommended veganism and also juicing. So I bought a juicer and it came with a raw food recipe book. And this recipe book had like raw meat in it and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But there was a whole lot of other recipes which I wanted to try, and I thought, look, what have I got to lose? I'm gonna try this extreme raw food diet. And I did that for 2 weeks. And I didn't eat anywhere near enough fruit. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have proper instruction. So I fell off the wagon. Didn't even think about raw food again until like 5 years later when I came across this magazine article, and there was this like vibrant, awesome like looking girl in this magazine. I'm like, wow, you know, I was reading this story going, this chick is amazing. I want what she's having. Like, I want what she's got. And from then on, I just started researching raw food. I went online and joined every raw food forum that I could find, went to all the libraries and tried to find raw food books, and it was hard. It was really, really hard. Found Leslie Kenton's book, which is like Raw Energy, I think it's called, and she recommends like 75% raw, and at the time I wanted more. I wanted more than 75%. I knew 100% was going to be pretty cool. So then fast forward, I found Doug Graham. We had a consult and I became a 100% raw foodist January 2007. And it has been amazing. You know, I've overcome chronic fatigue syndrome, terrible digestive problems, terrible acne, lost over 40 pounds of excess blubber. Just hanging around, I got rid of that. You know, that was like one of the biggest things I came to raw food. One of the biggest reasons was weight loss. And I just couldn't find anything that would work for me. So when I came to the raw food lifestyle, my weight actually came up a little bit. And I remember thinking, oh great, you know, I'm gonna get fat on this raw food thing, this extreme raw food diet. It's gonna make me fat, fantastic. It's another diet that I'm gonna be off before you know it. But I stuck with it. You know, I started to like receive so many benefits, like I was talking about. You know, better skin, everything like that, and like better nails, better hair. Felt better about myself, didn't have these suicidal tendencies anymore. So I knew that I was on the right path, and I started to focus more on health and fitness rather than weight loss. And then my weight started to come down, and it's gradually come down over the last 7 years, 40 pounds. So I know, you know, there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of women out there who join the movement for weight loss reasons. They don't see the weight loss they want to see as quickly as they want to see because they're conditioned by the diet industry that they should lose, you know, like 20 kilos in a month or something like that, which is unrealistic, and it's just a fad diet. This is not a fad diet, this is a lifestyle. So you need to focus on healing and health and balancing your body after years of abuse. So a lot of people have come, a lot of ladies have come from dieting and, you know, calorie restriction. So that's going to catch up for a little bit when you start eating enough calories and when you start eating enough fruit, and you may expand a little bit. You may expand a little bit, but your body is going to come to its natural weight eventually.